Greetings, my name is Shubhankar Singh, and the question I get most often is why MBA right after BBA? Why not work first? And my simple answer is I want to build the strategic foundation before the functional execution. In my BBA in business analytics, I learned how to clean data, how to run regression, how to build dashboards in Excel, and these are valuable skills, but they're tactical. I could tell you what the data said, but I couldn't tell you what to do about it. Not exactly. So, I'll give you a concrete example. In my final year, I worked on a project analyzing inventory levels for a small e commerce seller. I could calculate days of inventory outstanding. I could flag which SKUs were moving slowly. But when the owner asked, should I order more or less next month? I froze. I didn't have the framework to connect inventory decisions to working capital, to demand a certainty to supplier lead times. That's why I chose an MBA in business analytics. The MBA is filling three specific gaps. First one, strategic decision making. Courses like operation management and managerial economics are teaching me frameworks, EOQ, news vendor model, ABC analysis that I turn data into decisions. Now, when I look at Blinken's inventory data for a group project, I can say based on this demand variability, I can and holding cost, the optimal safety stock is X units. Second one is cross-functional perspective. My BBA was solidated analytics in one box, marketing in another. The MBA is showing me how everything connects, how a marketing campaign creates a demand spike that stresses the supply chain, how finance constraints limit inventory levels. Operation doesn't happen in a vacuum. Third one, peer learning. In my cohort, I'm working with engineers, commerce graduates, and people from different backgrounds, and even working professionals. When we discuss a case, I see problem through their eyes. An engineer thinks about a process flow. A commerce student thinks about cost. Me being a commerce student and business analytics, I think about the data and commerce both. But together, we get a full picture. And yes, no gap here. I believe there's no perfect time to do an MBA. Some people need work experience to figure out what they want. I already knew that I wanted to be in analytics and operations. Delaying the learning by 2 years just to say I worked first didn't make sense for my path. I chose to front load the strategic toolkit so that when I do enter the workforce, I'm not just executing tasks, I'm understanding the why behind every decision. My BBA taught me to read numbers. My MBA is teaching me to write story. Those numbers are telling. That's my reason for the MBA. Thank you.